Good day from Management Mix. This is Carmelita El-Khawand. I'll be giving you today the course of Business Continuity Management System, BCMS, in accordance to the ISO 22301-2019. Let us first start by the learning objectives. At the end of this course, you will be able to define the BCMS, Business Continuity Management System, know the importance of its application, and learn about ISO 22301-2019 based on its high-level structure. So, following is the outline of our course. We will start by a small introduction. It will be followed by the definition of business continuity and disruption. Second, the importance of BCMS. Third, business continuity management system components in accordance to ISO 22301-2019. During times of uncertainty and when a disruption arises, your business needs to resume productive operations as quickly as possible. And for this, you should be prepared. The major example we are living today is the pandemic of COVID-19 and disruption caused by it. ISO 22313 provides guidance for the standard we are talking about. And please mention that ISO 27001 Information Security Management System includes or states somehow this standard and section number 8, operations, since they are linked together. I will start by a small thought. It is that 75% of small businesses have no backup plan. But as Andrew Wilkinson says, planning is critical. Business continuity and contingency planning is what this is all about. So, number 1 section, definition of business continuity and disruption. What is business continuity management? Business continuity management system is a management system that bundles interrelated methods, procedures, and rules and processes to ensure that critical business processes keep running in the event of damage or emergencies and continuously develops and improves them. So, what is disruption? As per the definition in the dictionary, disruption is disturbance or problem which interrupt an event, activity, or process. In the business world, this is the action of completely changing the traditional way that an industry or market operates by using new methods or technology. When we talk about technology, here we are linking to the IT. As you can see in the picture, here are some types of disruption. Now, disruption can come in many forms. For example, your staff can't come to work if there's a civil war, for example, or due to the pandemic we are living in now. You can't access your business premises. The power is out for a few days. The big quake, God forbid, and so on. So what are the uses of the business continuity management system? From business perspective, it is used to support its strategic objectives, creating a competitive advantage, protecting and enhancing its reputation and credibility, contributing to organizational resilience. On the financial perspective, reduce legal and financial exposure and reduce direct and indirect costs of disruption. Now, from an internal process perspective, improving its capability to remain effective during disruptions, demonstrating proactive control of risks effectively and efficiently, addressing operational vulnerabilities. And the last perspective is the one of interested parties. Here, the interested parties' perspective is about protecting life, property, and the environment, considering their expectations, and providing confidence in the organization's ability to succeed. And here we advise you to ask every interested party, and we mean the stakeholders, their needs, what they want, how to communicate with you. In case of disturbance, how can we send you invoices? What are your terms? With who we can communicate? We will go through this in the coming slides. The third part is business continuity management system components according to the ISO related standard 22301. I'm showing here the Deming wheel, the famous Deming wheel, PDCA. I will detail it. So the components starting the module 4 of the ISO standard, as you can see, and you probably already know, all ISO standards have the same high-level structure. Here you can see number 4, context of the organization, 5, leadership, 6, planning, 7, the support, 8, operation, 9, performance evaluation, and 10 for the improvement. I told you that I will follow the PDCA within the ISO standard. I will show you how. So first, 4, 5, and 6 are for the P. This is the planning part. Number 8, the operations is the D, do. 9 is the C for checking. And this is shown in its title, performance evaluation. So this is the quality control part. And the A for act is for the continual improvement that will be shown, followed by the section number 10. Now, as for the section number 7, module number 7, it is the support. It supports all Deming wheel. So it is included or has a role in all the phases that will be followed for the implementation of the standard. Okay, we will start by the first one, context of the organization. The organization and its context should be defined. We should know our internal and external issues as defined by ISO 9001-2015. Internal and external issues can be, for example, identified through SWOT analysis and so on. Understanding the needs and expectations of interested parties. This is what I was talking about. Our interested parties are all the stakeholders. And who are the stakeholders? Stakeholders are every person who is directly affected by my business or directly affects my business. Third, determine the scope of the BCMS. Here, the scope can be related to the IT, to the finance, to the human resources, and so on. And finally, the business continuity management system related processes should be developed. Section number 5, leadership. The first part is leadership and commitment. Leadership's role is ensuring continuity, resources, achieving intended goals, and so on. And their role also, the role of the top management, is to establish a business continuity policy. The policy includes objectives, commitment, the framework of the business continuity. This will be followed by the communication of this policy and defining roles, responsibilities, and authorities. Moving to the planning part, first, we should address risks and opportunities, business continuity objectives and planning to achieve them. And here is the small review about SMART objectives. Since we talked about objectives, I would love to remind you that in the quality management system, we talk about SMART objectives. In total quality management system, we talk about smarter objectives. Here, I will say the SMART one. S stands for specific, M measurable, A attainable, R relevant, and T is time-based or time-bound. The last thing in the planning is planning changes to the business continuity management system. Number 7, the support. The first element of the support is the resources. We are here talking about all types of resources of infrastructure, buildings, apartments, ACs, fire extinguishers, vans, the server room, the components, everything. The competence, here we are talking about our human resources and the importance of training them on the job, training them on the facts related to the business continuity. Awareness, every person should be involved. Communication, from here comes the importance of the creation of the communication plan or communication matrix. So this communication matrix will include what we call the 5 wives and 1 husband, or 5W and 1H. Who, what, why, how, when, and where to communicate. And finally, documented information. The module number 8, operation, we talk about operational planning and control, business impact analysis, BIA, and risk assessment. And please note that these two are different. Thus, the BIA, or business impact analysis, studies the impact on the business as a result of disruption. Here we define what we call the RTO, recovery time objective, and the maximum tolerable time, MTT. The risk assessment, however, is the product of likelihood of the occurrence of a risk multiplied by its severity. Business continuity strategies and solutions should be also developed. When we talk about strategy, we are talking about the overall vision. We imagine scenarios. For example, we might move to online trainings, remote audits, and so on. Business continuity plans and procedures. Here we plan for hierarchy of controls, measurement of activities, setting KPIs, exercise program, evaluation of the business continuity documentation and capabilities, and we move to the performance evaluation. This is the checking part, the C from the PDCA. Here we should monitor, measure, analyze, and evaluate what we did. We conduct internal audits, and for both, we need the KPIs, and to set KPIs, also we can ask the 5 Ws and the 1H. This is also done through management review. The final part is the improvement. So it includes non-conformity and corrective actions and continual improvement, as you can see in our famous wheel. So before ending, I would love to ask you a few questions about myth and realities related to the BCMS, business continuity. Is it all about natural disasters? Well, no. Risks and hazards exist everywhere, and this is not only for natural disasters. Number 2, IT and business users have the same interest in the business continuity. Well, for sure. Both work for the same business, for the same goals, so they are both interested in the business continuity. IT is not an independent department in this part. One disaster recovery plan meets all scenario requirements? Of course not. We have a plan, thus we are ready? No. Here we say, again, you should test your plans. Business continuity plan and disaster recovery plans are the same? Well, no, they are not the same. Disaster recovery plans are let's say, a sub-agent within the business continuity plan. Okay. And finally, I will close with the famous quote of Winston Churchill. He said during the Cold War, "He who fails to plan is planning to fail." And thank you.